So, the NBA All-Star Weekend, bit of a dud. As I didn't even see clips of it on TikTok, really. You get the, hey, this was every one of Mac McClung's dunks, and that was it. There wasn't a, oh shit, this moment, oh shit, that moment, oh look at the 3-point, blah, 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 blah. I gather something happened with Wembanyama and Chris Paul, but and look, it's not that my algorithm doesn't lean heavy sports or even basketball. I get a ton on there, but there's just nothing coming out of this weekend. The whole thing felt like an absolute dud of a weekend around the NBA. And I don't know how you fix it without going to just completely irrational ends, right? But like the dunk contest, it had some fun moments, but if we're going to put non-stars in, which it has turned into, right? Like if we're going to put not stars in the NBA All-Star game, if a G League guy is going to win it, then you may as well just go all the way that way. Right? Like here's a YouTube guy. The dude, the Gary Payton meme, get that guy. Maybe that's Mac McClung. I don't even know. But like get just YouTube, TikTok dunk guys, to go out there and just do some fancy shit. Like if it's going to be people I don't care about, at least have it be people I don't care about that do fancy things. And the Spurs cat there who, one of his dunks made me go, oh, and that was about the extent of it. So give me a bit more, oh, moments from that one. If you want to fix the All-Star weekend itself, I don't think the draft is the way to go anymore. Guys just don't care about it. And the main thing is, guys don't want to look like they care and then get embarrassed, right? Because that's the big thing. And there is a part of that I understand. I know it's, the egos and stuff like that, which part of it, like, yeah, definitely. But also, like, the internet has led to a lot of fine inventions and all of those sorts of things, right? But I'm talking to you on it right now. But it has also given a lot of people just unfettered contact with these guys. And on the one hand, like I am sure there have been some benefits to that. And I can leave that up to your imagination. But you also get like a million people telling you how much you suck every night. And so that's not going to lead me to want to give it my all for this showcase event, just so I can get dunked on by LeBron. Like, Ty Lue is still getting it over the Iverson step-over thing, and Lue's turned himself into one of the best coaches in the NBA, but he still has to hear about that. So yeah, if I'm Pascal Siakam, I don't know if I want to get just yammed on by Giannis in an All-Star game, just so we can make this look like it's a little bit more fun. So I can understand, like, if you don't want to have the clip of you getting embarrassed in a game that doesn't mean anything thrown around the internet nonstop for the rest of your life, then yeah, I totally get why you wouldn't want it. But it's made this thing suffer so much. So we are starting a new segment on the show today because I have an idea of how to fix it, but it's not a great one, nor is it even a likely one. And so I introduce the really dumb idea that definitely won't happen and probably wouldn't work, but it could possibly work if it did happen. Very, very intense process coming up with that name. So, this is the really, really, really dumb idea. Give the winning conference an extra playoff team. I know. Hear me, this is why I called it the really dumb idea thing. This is... it is like talk radio, sports talk 101. What's your hot take? So that you can basically just say anything without consequence. And so I put out there that this is a really dumb idea, just so that I don't get mocked for it. But here is what I think. You have the winning conference. Go back to conferences, Eastern, Western Conference. You have, God, even just explaining it now, this seems really dumb. But the winning conference, they get the play-in as is. It is 7v8, 9v10, winner of one v loser of the other, right? The losing conference just goes 8-9, 2-game total point. So you lose one playoff game, but you do get a bunch of attention for this All-Star game, and I think you can make up a little bit of revenue in that way somewhere on down the line. The top teams would care because it gives lower seeds more games to play before they have to play them, giving them a bit of a longer break for the postseason. And also, as a 1 seed, it has the potential that you could face a 10 seed in the regular season. The bottom playoff teams would care because it gives them a little bit more breathing room in case things go sideways in the back part of the season. And the teams that are out of it generally don't send all-stars to this game anyway, so who gives a hoot? Now, there are reasons why it wouldn't work. Toxic. Why not be like baseball used to be when they would give the winning conference home court advantage? Like, sure, that you know what? But that's been done. That has been done. Look, the reason it doesn't work is that you shouldn't put regular season or playoff stakes on the line on an all-star game. But if you really do want to save the all-star game, you need to have the players care. And to add extra playoff teams for one conference, that would make the players care. Again, it's not going to happen. It's a really dumb idea. But at least piqued your interest for a second there, didn't it? Right? The overall thing is like, does the NBA even think this needs fixing? Because they get to go out, they get to put on a showcase, and not even of a game, but just they get to have a party for all of their corporate people, right? They get to have a T-Mobile party, and here's that guy performing, and here's a party, and there's that, and we get to, our sponsors get to have their picture taken with Shaq and LeBron and Steph Curry and all those different things, and so you get to have a bunch of parties and get to be big shots for a weekend, and then the game, it is what it is, but you get to have the big networking event. So I don't think I genuinely don't think they care that much. It'll get brought up like Barack Obama calling out Halliburton for like, why don't you guys play? Why? Like, why? Why do we care? So, like, some people will talk about it, but I think the NBA is like, okay, so it's a weekend. No one's going to remember this in a month. The only time anyone's going to remember it is when we come back around to All-Star Weekend again. That's basically it. And we still get to throw our parties and people bid and all of those things, and we get money out of it. So I don't think the NBA is too fussed about this one necessarily.